The most common place for people to go and find content with Creative Commons is got to be Flickr.com. And I've included a second tutorial that follows this one that if Tom wants to use it with you, he can share it with you after this one. If he wants to save it and show it another time, he can do that as well. But Flickr is a place where 2 billion photos are currently available, and there are more and more photos being added every day by people from around the world. 100 million of those, my rough estimate, it's actually between 90 and 100 million, of those photos are available for you to freely use in a variety of ways. People are licensing them with attribution licenses, where you just say who made the picture before you share it with other people or use it in a piece. There are non-commercial licenses attached to them that say you can't make money off my stuff. There are licenses that say you can't make derivative works from it. You have to use it as is. So if I create a song, you have to use it as it is if you're going to share it. That's one of the rules you could attach to it. Same with media, with photography, with anything. And share alike licensing allows you to let other people chop up and use your work and share it electronically with Creative Commons licensing, but the caveat is that they have to share it with similar licensing to the original. So another site with CC integration, Creative Commons integration, is Blip.tv. If you're a media creator for movies, hosting your content at Blip TV, when you post it, you get a chance to select a license and attach it to it. More and more, this is the way people are sharing their media. Now, YouTube, whether or not you know it or not, YouTube content licensing does not currently allow for CC integration unless you write it up in text as you post your piece. You have opportunities to add that content, but it's not built in as a drop-down menu or freely select what your licensing is, and as a result, YouTube owns anything that's posted to their site. So you're not allowed to download media from their site to use elsewhere or to cut up and use in other places. All you're allowed to do is stream it on the internet, and they give you some tools to allow you to stream it to your blog or to embed it in different places, but you have to use it on their servers. You can't download it by law. It's in the service level agreement anyways. Another resource that allows you to tag your content when you post it for Creative Commons licensing is something called the Internet Archive. It's at archive.org, and it's a place where if you write text, create movies, create music, create audio of any kind, you can post it as a podcast or anything else to archive.org. It's absolutely free, and when you do so, you're invited to license it for whatever type of uses you'd like to let happen with your content. So here's an example of a piece of media that's available on archive.org. Think about this from the point of view that there are thousands and thousands of pieces like this that are available for free use by you as an artist, and they're available at archive.org and other websites. Now I'm going to scrub through this a little bit, but there's some really terrible acting.
You must have plenty of it. I wish I could do that instead of slaving in this office.
Everything from anything that's got to do with sex and illness and aberrant behavior back in the 1930s is promoted in this film as a bad thing to do. And some of it, if it was chopped up and done the right way, you could make some really cool artistic pieces out of it. But that media is just an example of many types of media that are available for free at archive.org. So you can post your content there, but you can also pull creative content to create new works. The licensing attached to content at Creative Commons, most people, when they actually license content, include a link to the type of license that's attached to their work. Myself, on my blog, this is the license that I use. It's a Creative Commons 2.5 share alike license. I don't want people to make money on my content, so I specify that it's for non-commercial use, and that anything on my site is free for use as long as you attribute the source. Give credit to me as the creator. And if you create something new that you want to share, use a similar license. You can remix and share, and there are a variety of different types of licenses at Creative Commons, but that's the one that I've chosen to license my work with. It's also the same license that someone named Cory Doctorow, who you may have heard about from his web expertise and work. I think he's at Boing Boing. But Corey wrote a book called Little Brother that was released a couple of years ago, and he actually, after I bought it and read it and thought, it's an okay book. I like the technology part with youth. A lot of the story I didn't really appreciate. But then I found out that Corey on his website, craphound.com, made this book freely available under a Creative Commons 3.0 license. You're allowed to take the text of his book, cut it up, remix it, share it, as long as you tell everyone where you got the ideas from. He's actually promoting that free thinking. And in a sense, he's promoting his own stuff. People are visiting his site, downloading his book, using it, remixing it, and then referencing back to him as the source of a lot of the information. So he's actually included some text on his page that tells you about what the requirements are, but there's also a hyperlink back to that 3.0 license that he uses for his work. Meli Bilgel is a recent graduate at a university over in Germany who has published Pico, the pictorial language. And he actually made his language, his digital icons, available under Creative Commons licensing. Let me show you what this might mean for you as a creator or for other people as creators. Here's his video. Let's show you a little bit of it.
The Internet in the year 2009. We send emails, make calls over the Internet, and discuss topics we take an interest in. Even our banking is going virtual. But what we take for granted today.
So the idea is that if you scroll through this, I scrubbed through this, and you see all the icons that he's used in his movie, he's actually using his pictorial icon set, but he's made all of these icons freely available to everyone in the world. In a sense, he started a language for telling stories digitally in black and white, and the potential I see for this, for other people to join him in telling their story in creating new icon sets, is really, it could be something quite huge. I don't know whether it'll take off or not, but the idea that other content, totally unique creative content, can be licensed for creative sharing. Anybody who uses his content's got a link back to him too, by the way. And here's the link to Buck Bunny, including the attribution information about it. If you use the video and show it anybody, anywhere, it says you have to show the whole movie and show the credits. For me, it just said I had to have that hyperlink that I included. Here's a link to Al Jazeera. I don't know if you know this or not, but they're making a lot of their video available for sharing via Creative Commons. They're not allowing the remixing of content, but the sharing of their content. The new government over in the United States under President Barack Obama at whitehouse.gov has said all of their work is going to be licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license. That's everything on whitehouse.gov. So if you want content from there, you can remix, mash it up from their website to create new content. And further to that, anybody who posts to whitehouse.gov has to live under the same rule. So you're forewarned if you choose to make a comment and post on, say, on a blog at whitehouse.gov, your content is also under that same license by default. There are a number of sites like CC Mixter, Jamendo, and other audio sites that promote the sharing of audio content, both licensed for sharing, for use, for sale, and for remixing. All variety of sites out there exist. One that I'd like to share with you is called opsound.org, a place where there's really cool, great variety of audio. You can freely upload there, but you can also download content to make some really cool mixes and retool the stuff they've used to put it in videos, slideshows, movies, all of that type of stuff. As a creator, it's something that you should know about if you don't already. Other people, Wired Magazine, I think it was 2004 or 2005, issued their mashup copy, one of many Wired Magazine articles, issues that dealt with the Creative Commons. But they actually issued a CD in the actual magazine. I have the copy of this CD that actually invites me to remix and share the content that's in there. A totally unique way to put out content that can actually invite people to slash it, cut it up, share it electronically. Creative Commons Netherlands did a similar project where they promoted a DVD and CD package that was available under different artists licensed their work within that media for all types of uses. So as media comes in all shapes and forms, it's on handheld devices, on iPods, it's on computers, it's on televisions, it's anytime, anywhere you can have your media with you. If that media links back to you as a creator and artist, that's probably a good thing, even if you didn't get paid for the original work at the outset.